All right, we are getting packed to head to Long Point Provincial Park. Now, this was a last-minute decision, so we didn't exactly choose, the best campsite in the world. It's a little bit less private than we would want, but it is workable. It looks like we can easily make it function the way we need to with a Lucifer wall / tarp. So we are excited. We're just getting packed, but of course, little man... That's not your spot. If we're going to finish packing, you got to come out. Let's go, pup. All right, guys, so we're at our site. We're at 266. That's over in the Cottonwood Campground, which is the older park. You can see here that it is pretty much all sand, which is going to be nice for sleeping on because you don't have any rocks or logs or bumps. He's going to fall back there. But it also will mean a little bit of a sandy mess for this little goofball here. We did set up the Kuma and his pens before I started filming so that we could get him some water and get him settled in the shade. So he's just relaxing there now. And we're going to set our tent up. We'll be back with you shortly. And now that we are all set up, we've got our bathing suits, and we are going to head to the beach because this may look somewhat shady, but it is surprisingly hot for May. So we're going to go cool off. We're going to the dog beach, and we'll let you know what it's like.
Oh, look what we got here, Goose.
Look at the dog beach.
We got the dog beach. usually our tradition that we do every camping trip is we stop off locally and grab a bite to eat. This is the, for whatever reason I want to say like halibut, but it's not halibut. It's a pickerel and a bun. I got 2 of these from First Mates. It's a food truck just around the corner there by the R&R ice cream place. And then we got pickle rolls, which is like pizza rolls, but pickles. And I think there's some cheese in there too. So yeah, looks like there's some coleslaw in this bun here. Goose is going to help himself.
Well, he knows better.
Hit the spot.
Well, the morning weather's less than ideal, but we have a dry tent. We have comfortable beds to lay in and relax. And we can just enjoy the sound of the rain on the tent, which is something that I always love, so I'm here for it.
So on today's menu for brekkie, we're going to do something really easy. We're going to do hard-boiled eggs because I don't like the cleanup after with frying eggs at camp. It's true. But then I've got some breakfast sausage and some toast to go along with it. But of course, got to make coffee first. And you guys may have seen this last time. We love this thing. We make it for our coffee. You just put the K-Cup in it. You can check out our cabin skip video for that. How to use it right. I forgot our kettle. So, we're just going to boil some water. So we're going to boil some water for our eggs, going to boil some water for our coffee.
We're cooking inside the shelter because, as you saw earlier, we had a bit of a wet morning, which is cool because like we were comfy in the tent and we enjoyed sleeping in, but there's supposed to be another round coming through, so we're just gonna get ourselves situated in here instead.
Alright, so 100% this is going on the blooper reel. Okay. Got the cup on there. K-Cup. Put that on top. Push down on it. And then you can hear that we're pretty close to the highway. Now, I don't know if you can see this in the video or not, but we're going to pour some pretty hot water on. Switching hands in here. I'm going to set this down for a second. Move my hand a little bit further back from it. Alright. Wish me luck! Woo. Goose is on the other side of the Kuma, just to let you know. He is nowhere near this craziness. Then you take this, I call it the plunger. And then it kind of works like a French press. This does work better with the plastic K-Cups versus the compostable ones. And then my favorite part. Okay. Now you got a full cup of coffee right there. Okay, we're gonna make some tasty maple flavored breakfast sausage. This video is not sponsored by Johnsonville. Even though I'd be okay if Johnsonville would be cool with that, but have your people reach out to my people. So I got a big old batch of breakfast sausage here. So usually cook up a little big breakfast here. If there's leftovers, great. Save it for tomorrow. That type of thing. Okay, so breakfast is done. You can see that I did hard-boiled eggs, breakfast sausage, maple sausage breakfast sausages. You know what I'm talking about. And then we did some toast on the stove there, which is always an adventure. As you can see, if you don't pay attention to it, that's what happens. So, good eatings. Okay, second day, second dog beach. We're at Dog Beach 11. There is also Dog Beach number 10 at Turtle Dunes.
He's going.
Oh, he's going. He's not waiting for me. Let's go, Goose. Oh. I don't know if you're going to get much swimming in today, dude. We had some storms come over through the night, so probably from all those storms. Hey, Goose. Oh. So Beach 11 meets up with Beach 10 over there. And what was it? Beach 2 then yesterday? Or the other dog beach?
That was by the days.
And that was in the day use, so you can probably see it way down there. Oh, you get your feet wet! You get your feet wet! You get your feet wet! Oh, there's a wave! No!
So just a word of warning for those who have high prey drive dogs. There is no shortage of rabbits around here. We saw a ton of them while we were out walking, because we walked from Cottonwood over to the new park. And then that one that just ran in over there, it's right on our campsite. So just keep your eyes peeled.
Okay, so getting the fire going for Saturday night. I'm going to be doing some steak on the grill here. Sorry for being a little bit quiet, but some people have actually gone to bed already. But yeah, so Firewood, got it just down the road. I'll mention the name of the place once we do the review. I forget the name of it, to be honest, but yeah. So it looks like it's lighting up pretty good compared to Parkwood. Not too smoky, pretty good heat. So we'll let this burn down and get some nice coals going for those steaks.
Well, as you can see, it's teardown day, aka John gets to play Tetris with the vehicle. But before we leave, after everything's packed up here and the vehicle's ready to go, we're gonna do one last trip to the dog beach with this little guy because he loves it so much and he deserves the extra trip. And we don't care that it means that we're coming home with a bit of a wet dog smell. Right, John? You're a good boy. Yes, you are. All right, let's finish getting packed up.
Hey Goose, you a happy puppy? This is day 3. Last day we're all packed up, and Goose worked so hard packing up the tent and everything else that he deserves a little dip.
Here you go. Here you go. Good boy.
See, it's a little foggy, but the sun is coming out and it's going to burn off all that fog, right, Goose? Let's go. Come on. Let's go. 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 Let's go.
So one of the reasons why we absolutely love Beach 2 in particular is because just the way that the beach is set up here, you can see like there's the actual lake, but the tide comes in and there's this little pool here that it leaves behind every day, which is perfect for a little man who's nervous about waves. Hey, Goose, in.
Whoa. Oh, silly Goose.
Okay, so we were going through our footage for Long Point. We realized that we're missing a couple things, and the main one being we're missing our big final review, and we always give you guys our final thoughts. So we're not in Long Point. We're actually sitting at Fairbank right now, over by the beach, and figured this was a beautiful enough setting that we will try and do a couple of reviews, get them knocked out here, because there's a couple that we're missing.
Yeah, there's a few that we are missing.
And then we can get all these videos ready and up for you guys to enjoy. So, Long Point. This was a last minute decision for us. Like literally 3 days before we made the trip to the park, we booked our site. So we didn't have a lot of choice for our sites. We ended up staying at Old Cottonwood. That's the older park, so the original park. The sites are all sand, like completely covered in sand. We came home with sand in everything. But the one beach is directly there. Unfortunately, for those of us with dogs, it's beach 1 that's off the old park, and that is not a dog-friendly beach.
Correct.
So the one catch was that we had to travel to the beach, although you do in a lot of parks. I mean, with Port Burwell, you have to leave the park. So it wasn't like a make it or break it thing for us. Willow's getting up at the picnic table to say hi.
Saw her paw.
I got
Hi, Miss Lovey-Dovey.
She wasn't even there, but apparently she has an opinion.
Yeah.
This was a solo trip with Lucifer, so it was before Willow.
Last solo trip.
Yeah, it was before Willow joined the family. Yes, because after that was the first one with her.
Yeah.
As far as getting there.
Yeah. So it was roughly 3 hours, a lot of back roads, but yeah, pretty scenic, enjoyable. I think you do pass through the London area to get to there. So I mean, we're coming from the Owen Sound area, so yeah. We ended up getting the firewood from one of the local stores, right beside the food truck there, which I said in the video that in the review I will post the name of the place that we got the wood from. But
Dude, you're wet. You were in the dog beach.
I forget, so I will put their name right there. So yeah, it was. I forget how much we paid for. I think it was like $10 a bundle.
Yeah, they were in like baskets, and you had to empty the basket out to your vehicle so they could keep the basket.
Or else you could do a down deposit on the baskets, and you would have to return the baskets and get your deposit back. But we didn't do that. So, but yeah, like it burned really, really good. I was concerned at first because it lit like super fast, and I'm like, oh great, a bunch of light wood. But no, it lasted quite a while.
Yeah. Now I will say the pictures of the campsites on the park's site, thank you, baby, on the park's website are very old. We actually booked a site fully expecting, whoa, careful, bud, you fell off the bench. Fully expecting that we were going to get a completely, he's having a hard time here.
She's up here, so might as well have him up here.
Sit your bum, bud. We booked a site completely expecting to be like, we were directly beside the bathrooms, and in the picture it showed like a complete open to the bathrooms on the side of it, and we were pleasantly surprised when we got there that it had completely grown in. Like, we had an unbelievable level of privacy for being beside a bathroom, which is great with him.
Yep.
But it was completely unexpected. So that being said, that worked well in our favor, but it can also work the opposite, where it can actually work against you. So if you are booking based on the photos, I would highly, highly recommend go to some other groups, whether it's our Camping and Hiking with Dogs or Cats groups, the Ontario Provincial Parks group itself, the Ontario Parks Photos group is a great resource. But go on to some of those groups and look and see pictures that other people may have shared, because the pictures online on the park website are very outdated.
Yeah.
So he has a love for swimming. So we wanted to check out the beach, and it did not disappoint. Now, there are a couple different areas you can go with your dog. Up in the day use area, beach 2 is dog friendly. Or if you go to the very end, beaches 10 and 11 are dog friendly. And we did check both out. You saw both in the video. However, I will say of those, Lucifer absolutely loved beach 2 the best because it had a lot of areas where when the tide came in, it created like slightly shallower puddles. And while he likes to believe he's a big, bad, tough boy, he is a little nervous around like big waves or having to go out anywhere too far. So it gave him the perfect little place to splash around and play and enjoy. And I know there's a lot of dogs out there that are smaller than him that would benefit from it. So, dude, you keep blocking the screen. But he thought that the dog beaches were absolutely great. We had great experiences there. The people we ran into were so respectful of the fact that, you know, he is a little reactive, especially if there are men. And so if we made a point of kind of taking a wide berth around somebody, we found people that were very understanding and very respectful about that, which is great if you are bringing a reactive dog. That being said, we visited the park in the off season. It was still May. It was still a little cooler. I don't know what it would be like during peak season. So if you're going during the summer for a summer beach trip, you might have a harder time with a reactive dog or a dog that can't be around larger crowds.
Yep. And there wasn't much for hiking.
No, there's no hiking trails.
No hiking trails, but we did hike from our site to...
We walked from our site at the old park to the new park to check out the dog beach the one day. Like, we just walked over to the beach and back. So that is a walk you can take just to kind of wear your dog out a little bit. But there are no hiking trails. So that definitely was a hit for us because we do absolutely love hiking with the pups, as you guys have seen in a lot of our videos. So that did knock it down a little bit for me. But as far as a final star rating, what were you thinking?
Maybe a 4?
Personally for me,
or 3.5.
Personally for me, I'd have to go with a 3.5.
3.5. We'll go 3.5.
The sites weren't as private, and the fact that there was no hiking trails was a big one for us. But the dog beach definitely really, really stands out. It's one of our favorite dog beaches. So I say 3.5.
Okay, let's go with 3.5.
So there we have it, 3.5 paws. And make sure if you are not following us that you hit that follow button and hit the little bell to give you an alert. It'll let you know every time we put up a video. We have a bunch more reviews coming to you. We have Limberlost Forest, Restool, obviously Fairbank. We're here right now. And we're working on some more educational videos like how to go camping and hiking with a reactive dog with tips and tricks to help you guys walk through that, as well as how to introduce a dog to camping. So these are all videos that are going to be coming up you don't want to miss. Hit that subscribe button and stick around with us here on the channel.
Stay toasty.